Welcome back to another edition of the Sultan of Small Talk. In this episode, what we're going to deal with are situations where I feel like I'm getting a little bit smarter because I'm getting a little bit older, and I know we all come to these realizations. Like when we're young, we think we know it all. Sometimes you just need to get through some of this life to realize how much of it you don't really know. So here are some great takeaways of the last 10 to 15 years of my life where I've really kind of capitalized on some of this new knowledge. One thing that jumps off the page for me is I used to be way too scattered, trying to achieve too many things and really doing that by trying to accomplish too many tasks at one time. I find that when I get too scattered and I wear too many hats, things all start to crumble and all kind of disintegrate, and nothing seems to get 100% done right. So don't be a human hat rack. I've been trying to work on this one, trying to see if this makes sense to anyone else. But why is it that we observe others through a telescope, but observe ourselves through a microscope? The idea being, from a distance, everybody looks great. You don't even see the details. So you just assume that they're doing better than you for this reason or this reason. But then when you look inward, intrinsically, you look at yourself through the detail of a microscope and you pick on all of your flaws, all of your cracks, all of your imperfections. It's not fair. This took a long time for me to figure out. I need to always proofread before I send out an email or a text. Now, you probably have come to the conclusion like I did. It's much easier to text people by just using the talk to text feature on your phone. But sometimes, not all the time, it truly gets the message wrong. I once sent a message to somebody who I truly cared about, who was a prospect, and the word penis showed up. I am telling you the truth, you need to edit this stuff. I didn't know this in high school, and I definitely didn't know this in college, but I believe this to be true. Everybody is waiting for the other person to say hello. That's the fact. People do want to sit on the sidelines. People do want to be involved. Let's say you go to a party, right? Big social gathering and you don't know anyone there. It's uncomfortable, I agree. But if you can come out of your shell and talk to that person over there, they will be very open-minded to talk to somebody new because you're making the advancement and you're making the first step. And people do want to start saying hello. You make the first hello and things will go well. If you've got your health, be ever so grateful. You know what? Everyone takes it for granted until they don't have that mobility anymore or they don't feel well anymore, and you should just totally embrace it and be grateful for everything you have. I find that the people with the hardest disabilities, that were born with the greatest disabilities, oftentimes have a much better, more pleasant disposition than everyone else. But isn't that wild? You have nothing to be upset about, and you have all the things that they may not have, and yet you're still miserable. Change your outlook. You know the truth you don't want to tell people because it just feels uncomfortable? That gut instinct that you have is probably an indication that you do need to tell the truth. Whatever the challenge is, it's only going to get more magnified if you wait longer to let somebody know the bad news. And the bad news just needs to be delivered. So be the messenger, even when it's bad. There are no shortcuts. I know, I wish it was true. I'm sorry, everyone goes on YouTube and they want to hear some great wisdom that really is, hey, it's gonna happen overnight. Your success is gonna be overnight success, but that's not how it really works. The things that are worth doing, you have to pay the price, and the price is a time commitment. Among other things, sometimes it's a financial commitment, but really you have to focus all of your energy to something because it's just not going to come as easily as you and I want it to. But it doesn't mean it's not worth doing. Fear, hate it. I know. Fear is temporary, but missing out, that's permanent. So do the thing that's really uncomfortable because it's only uncomfortable for a short period of time. Give generously. Give with no expectation to receive. Give like you really just want that person or that organization to thrive with it, and don't worry about it after it's been given. It almost always comes back, but it's never the receiving of it that you need to be focused on. If you just focus on the giving, the receiving will come just naturally. Can I get some help? Can you help me? That's the tough part, asking for help. I didn't want to do that when I started out. I wanted to make it seem like I had it all figured out and I've got all the answers, or I could get the answers and I'm going to be that guy. However, anyone who's gotten to where they are have done it on the shoulders and with the assistance of other people. So don't be afraid to ask for help. I wonder what that guy thinks of me right now. I think they think I'm a fool. You know what? People aren't really thinking that much about you. It's true, they don't pay so much close attention to you, so all the details that you are worried about and fixated on are probably lost somewhere in the ethos. Don't worry about what other people think about you. You're gonna be just fine. You know the adage, that old adage that says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't know if I buy into it. Not that it's going to be any easier when you're getting older to learn new tricks, but you should always be learning. Always struggle to learn something new because it's only going to help you in the end. Whenever starting a business or whenever starting a life, with kids even, things are going to get messy. It's true. Life is messy, business gets messy. You need to invest in Scotchgard, or whatever the equivalent would be. Because I think about it, I get so nervous about the new white couch that the kids ruined with crayons and or chocolate milk and or taffy or all of that stuff. If you could just remember that either you buy a pattern like my mom would do that goes with every stain, or you get some good Scotchgard for the understanding that it's going to get messy, you're gonna enjoy that couch that much better and for that much longer. I think it's important for you to realize, as much as me, that one's total worth is neither what they weigh when they get on a scale or how much money they have in their bank at any one time. It is not the measurement that you use as a tool. I've definitely learned this to be true. Be kind to everyone, always. It doesn't cost you a penny to be sincere or to be thoughtful or to be cheerful when somebody is waiting on you at a table, but it costs you a ton in terms of your reputation if you're an absolute jerk. Just be nice. It never hurts to develop a bit of thick skin. You know, people are not out there to destroy you. Their intention isn't necessarily to bring you down. So don't look at some of the commentary that people make as being trying to ruin you in any way or trying to shatter where you are in terms of your happiness. Having some thicker skin will pay off in the end. I learned that Friday, February 11th, 2022 is National Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day. I didn't even know there was such a thing. There's a National Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day. I think the important thing to realize is there are way too many national holidays now, but realistically, it's kind of a good reminder. If something happened in the past and you can't do anything about it, move on. Move away from it. It's actually going to be okay. Sometimes people dwell too much in the past on things that they just have no control over. You know those people in your life that you love, the ones that you care most about and you want to have tons of great experiences with? You need to go ahead and carve out in your very busy calendar time to see those people. I know it's difficult, and during these times it's challenging, but put it in the calendar. We all have smartphones. We can all just set it and forget it. And by the time the date comes around, you're gonna have the fun experiences that you want, because life is short. That's the other thing. Too short. Now one could say It's the longest thing you and I will ever know because that is the entirety of our life. However, it goes in a blink. I know this because I have a 14-year-old, and I'm pretty sure just the other day he was like, was he 2? Was he 2 a couple days ago? It's amazing how math works. In life, whatever you choose to do it fully. Do it completely. Give it your full attention and bring your A game. Otherwise, it's all just a mess.